Hello, hello. I did want to come on and talk about the webinar about the Money Max system. Okay. This is going to be talking about what it does in general. It's just going to be showing you what the system does when it comes to mortgages. Even if you don't have a mortgage, you can still use the Money Max. It's an excellent debt eliminator. Oh my goodness, I have seen it work so well for some of my clients that I would be wrong in not sharing that option with you. Lines of credit are wonderful. I use them every single day, but I also bought into the Money Max because I have seen where I can use the Money Max debt eliminator. The interest eliminator is really what it is. If you can get rid of interest, then you can pay for the stuff you bought, right? Right. So it's an interest eliminator, which means that you're paying off your debt so fast. I absolutely have learned to love it because I have seen it take some of my people that are in the worst shape that I've ever seen and be able to get them out of debt within 8 years. I mean, you can't beat that, especially if you're looking at a 26-year mortgage. And I see that every single day. So I want to share that with you guys. If you're interested in learning more about what the Money Max does, please join the webinar. If you want to know more about how the Money Max beats using just a line of credit by 2 years most of the time. So if I tell you you can be out of debt in 8 years, it will tell you you've got 6 years. And that is a guaranteed product. So when you go for a free personal analysis, it absolutely tells you when, according to your debt and your income, when you're going to be out of debt. Guaranteed. Okay. So I don't think I've had anybody that has had over a 7 or 8 year period of debt elimination. I had one lady who thought she was never going to get out of debt, and she was into a 30-year mortgage and they brought it back to 4 years. So I know that sounds like too good to be true, but Lines of Credit did it first too, didn't it? So I wouldn't be sharing it with you if I haven't seen some amazing things that product is doing for people. Here's the kicker is if you like the system, whether you have a mortgage or not, whether you are a real estate investor or not, when you see what the system does and you're interested in getting your own personal analysis based on your debt, your actual situation, you will be allowed to go through that for free if you're on my webinar and you send an information thingy back to them. So they'll send you a text during the webinar. And if you want to get your own personal analysis, you can absolutely do that for free. It might take you a couple of days to get into the schedule, but guess what? It's free, and you're going to know exactly what it will do for you before you ever have to make any decisions about if you're going to buy into the product. It is a one-time buy-in, and it's usually a mortgage payment. So it's not expensive, okay? And especially for people that I have seen get decades of payments eliminated, right? So if you have a 30-year mortgage and they can knock you down to 8 years, how much did you save in payments, right? I know it sounds too good to be true. You would just have to go through it to know that I'm telling the truth. And I don't tell things that aren't truthful. So there you go. All right. Just opened a HELOC interest only for $60,000 on a 20-year draw, followed by a 20-year payback at 10.25% adjustable. My first transaction was to pay off a $28,000 balance on my mortgage. Yay. I know you're so excited. Now you don't even have a payment because you're transferring your income into that line, and it's satisfying, that monthly payment. And now you feel like a new person, right? Tell the truth. Tell the truth, brother. My sister just shared your channel. You're an amazing teacher. Thanks for such valuable content. That is so precious. I am not a teacher. I am just sharing what I do. I mean, literally sharing what I do and what I learn every single day. Oh my gosh, I am learning so much that I want to keep sharing with you guys, because things that I didn't even exist, like investments and, like with the infinite policies and all that. Who knew? I didn't know. I'm just so glad to know that. I love putting it out there. I think it's awesome that I'm able to share something that's going to change your life. going to change your life. I know it is. You are truly a blessing to us. I have a PLOC now. Is there an order we should follow to tackle debt if the balances are around the same amount, personal loans, auto loans, then credit cards? I always go for the highest monthly payment, okay? So whatever high monthly payment that I can turn into cash flow, that is what I'm going to pay off first. I have a home that I own outright. How can I use this manufactured home to help me buy a house? Okay, the manufactured homes usually have to have a solid foundation before you can get any kind of HELOC on them. So do you have a solid foundation? If you do, then go to your local credit union, see if you can get you a HELOC on that place and get busy. I've been using Velocity Banking for about 6 months and my credit score has gone up 50 points. Nice job. Can you explain the pros or cons of HELOC versus PLOC? Thank you. HELOC has to be based on your home's equity, so you have to be a homeowner. HELOCs have lower interest rates. PLOCs have higher interest rates. PLOCs do not have to have collateral, so they are an unsecured line of credit. I hope that helps you. Lydia has her husband on board now. We need to do the applause button for this. Let's see here. What else we got? I've been getting my kids involved as much as I can. Well, all right. Hey guys, don't look at this. You see this? This is this stuff falls off of this thingy, and then it does. And I don't know how that happens, but it looks really nasty. So I'm sorry about that. Let's see. Shared with my family members for several months and they still are opening loans. I know. I talk to my kids. I talk to my family. I talk to my neighbors. Everybody is still getting loans. It's not just your family. My only debt is a $62,000 mortgage. I am on year number 11 out of 30. Will it behoove me to get a PLOC to do Velocity Banking? You are still being charged interest, so any amounts that you can save in interest will absolutely help you. So I would if I were you. I currently only have a credit card to use, but I'm working on my credit so that I can get a PLOC. Good job. Are you making small weekly payments onto that credit card to see if just maybe you can increase your score by just doing that? Because it does work. Hey, Christy, I hope you're having a great day, and don't worry about those who don't get it. One day it will click for them, but in the meantime it works. Thank you. You're welcome. I completely agree because I know it works, right? What is that old saying? You can take the horse to the water, but you can't make him drink. Exactly. I have money in a CD. Would it be better to pay down my line of credit? I do not usually make any suggestions based on people's retirement or savings. If you feel like that you would gain more interest by paying off a debt than you are gaining with it sitting in a savings account, maybe you should consider using it to pay off your debt. So glad to have come across your page. What options do you recommend for first-time home buyers? Okay, so we have first lien HELOC lenders that you can purchase homes with. That moves you directly into a line of credit. So all of your income is going into the line, which is satisfying your monthly payment, and it's usually interest only. So I would use, if I were in your situation, I would use a first lien HELOC to purchase my new home. Okay, so thank you all again, and I guess I will see you in the next video. I hope you guys have a terrific rest of the week.